Hey there, I'm Dr. Angie and I have my pug on my lap. He's asleep, so I won't wake him up. But if he barks, he's here. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about allergies, seizures, and vaccine reactions. So let's get started. Anne writes, my pit mix has environmental allergies. We have tried Apoquil and it did nothing for her. In the spring, her skin becomes raw from scratching. I've used moisturizing shampoos and conditioners, but I'm just lost where to go from here. What can I try for her skin? Any suggestions on how to move forward? I would recommend immunotherapy. When I see an allergic dog, the first thing I want to try to figure out is how much of the allergies are food and how much are environmental. And it sounds like you really have it pegged as mostly environmental. And so at that point, I usually consult with a dermatologist, or if your regular veterinarian does immunotherapy, trying that out. So that's usually when they take blood or they do patch tests to figure out what your dog's allergic to, maybe pollen, maybe dust mites, whatever is in your local area, and then they can either make injections or a formula you can give under the tongue. It can be really effective and really helpful, especially if you have a young dog. I would recommend doing it because I see over time allergies tend to get worse over the years, so I would try that next. Linda writes, we have an 11-year-old cat who's been diagnosed with idiopathic epilepsy. He is currently on phenobarbital, but has gained a great deal of weight on this dose and is clearly less physically active as well. Would CBD be helpful for him reducing the phenobarbital dose? Do cats generally accept the hemp RX mixed in with food, or do you recommend dosing via dropper? Most cats actually, if they eat all of their food, will eat the hemp RX oil right in their food. Both of my cats do, and they're very picky eaters. If your kitty doesn't eat all of the food in one sitting, then I would recommend putting it in their mouth. It's too expensive to just let sit there and go to waste, and I wouldn't want it to sit out over the day on food. Now, as far as hemp RX or any CBD being able to reduce seizures, it's possible that they can in cats. I've seen it in my own practice, and it's possible that you could get a reduction in the phenobarbital. So what I would recommend doing is definitely working with your veterinarian, adding on the CBD. I usually start at a 0.5 to 1 milligram per kilogram, and we have a great article about dosing on the website. You can just go to boulderholisticvet.com/blog and you can find it there, and start there, and then whatever seizure interval your cat's on, wait and see if there's a seizure, and do this over time to make sure that you're still controlling the seizures. And I'm not sure where you are with the phenobarbital dose you're using, if it's 100% controlling the seizures or if there's still an occasional seizure. And then I would work with your veterinarian to dial back the phenobarbital very slowly, and you want to make sure that you don't see seizures creep up. Now, I can use higher doses in my practice, like up to 2 to 3 milligrams per kilogram per cat twice a day for seizures, but generally sticking in that 0.5 to 1 milligram per kilogram is a great place to start. And if all that sounds confusing, definitely talk with your veterinarian about dosing, or visit our website and check out my blog. If you have questions, I'd love to answer them. You can reach me at Angie at boulderholisticvet.com, and I will talk to you soon.